Swing and a high fly ball belted. First home run for Acuna as a tape measure shot in Cincinnati.
Hey folks, Dennis here. I'm just getting ready. I'm excited. A friend has just called and ordered a Star Power baseball game, and he ordered some custom cards. He ordered this many cards right here. That's about 40 pages worth of cards. And you know, if you got these in the mail and saw the daunting task before you of cutting these things out, it would just, you'd put them over there and you'd say, okay, someday I'll get to that. But what I decided to do here at the Star Power Baseball headquarters is I'm going to cut the cards out for you. Why? Because it's quick, it's simple, and I use a paper cutter. I cut 3 pages at a time, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of these, how I work it. It's real easy. This is how quick it is. Boom. That's one right there. Let's get the second slice. Here we go. Slice and dice. Boom. Third slice right there. Slice and dice. Fourth slice right there. Slice and dice. Next slice. Boom. Slice and dice. Next slice. Right there. Throw that away. I got my trash can sitting right there. And now, here come the cards. Boom. 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 And boom. 18 cards cut out in about 30 seconds. That's what I'm talking about, using the square cards. These cards, as you'll see on the screen in a little bit when I get ready to play the game, are awesome. They're beautiful. They're amazing. Getting ready to go out to Muddy out there in Brooklyn, somewhere around Brooklyn. So Muddy, if you're watching, I'm cutting you cards right now. Star Power Baseball. All right, let's talk about what Muddy's going to get in his game. I'm going to show you what a game looks like here. You can see in the box contents, you're going to get that in there. It says a game board with spinners, 10 dice represents base runners, keep track of respins more, 60 current players. Well, he substituted the 60 current players for 60 stars of the 50s, 60s, and 70s, okay? 36 original All-Star game discs. That's from the 1933 All-Star game that I'll be featuring here in just a bit. 12 standard batting discs, strategy disc, pitching key, batting key, order of play sheet, score sheet that's already filled out with the lineup of the 33 All-Star game, and 1 rule book. Now, Muddy, and I'm getting ready to address this one right here to him. You can see it's going to come in a plain white box. See that right there? Now, I'm going to open this up, and underneath your game board is going to be something like this, and on the other side of this is going to be the cover to your box. And the back of that just peels right off. Let me show you here. I wrote directions on it. It says peel off the backs on the X's there. You fold it a little bit and peel that off. Stick it on your box and it'll cover up the unsightly address label that I've got on there, okay? Now, Muddy sprung for the really brand new game board. This is a plexiglass game board. As you can see, it is quite different. It's got graphics on it and looks fantastic. This is the deluxe edition of Star Power Baseball. It has, I know the lights are in the way there. Let's see if I can go somewhere over here. You can kind of pan it here for you so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's awesome looking. That is made out of plexiglass. It's a 1/8 inch sheet of plexiglass in there so it'll hold up forever. And it's going to get packed all in there. And this is going to be Muddy's game. He gets a rule book. Here it is. Well, he's got a game board with spinners. He's going to get dice. There's his dice right there. 60 current player discs. Well, he substituted these other stars. So we've got those in these packets here for him. In all these packages, there's his 60 current players right there. There's 30 there, and there are 30 more right here, okay? There's his stars. Now here's your all-star game, 18 players in each bag there. Here's your strategy cards, standard cards, the number 3 card right there. And then Muddy went and sprung for these two. You saw me cutting them out a minute ago. I just cut those out in about 15 minutes. There's let's see, 39 pages, it's 200 cards or so, who knows, 250 cards. Took me about 10 minutes to cut all those cards out. They're going with him, and I'm going to pack all that along with the score sheets and the roster sheets and the quick reference sheets all in that box. And then I'm going to pack it good, tape it up and address it. And then all he's got to do is cut it out and good to go. Star Power Baseball. This, like I said, is the deluxe edition. It's a little bit more money, but hey, that game board, let me show you. That game board's so awesome. It is so awesome. And it's plexiglass. You're not going to hurt that thing. Last you for the rest of your life. All right, here you are again. Welcome to the Cincinnati Razorback Room in beautiful Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Back with you again, your host, Dennis. And you saw me, I just got Muddy's game ready to send to New York. His is ready to go. He's got the deluxe edition. Picked up some extra cards in the process. Still going to be a wonderful game because everything in there is ready to go. There is nothing you need to do except set the game up, read the rule book, play. That's it. You don't have to cut out any cards, and I love that. Man, I wish. You know, back in the day, Calico, you punched them out. Sometimes you tore them a little bit here. You still have to get rid, you know, all that. You get cards today in a game, or you mail in, somebody mails you some cards, and they're not cut out, they're on sheets, they're printed, you got to cut them out. You got to stack that big, sitting over there in the corner of cards. You say, someday I'll get to that and I'll cut them out someday. And right now you look at them and show your friends, hey, I got all these cards. Nobody, you know, I want to play. And to play, I got to have them cut out. I do that for you. All the cards, when I send them out, if you just order cards, I'm going to cut them up, put them in an envelope, and send them out there to you. I don't want you to need to do anything, man. I can slice and dice. I did all his cards. That was about almost 200 cards, almost 400, whatever. 39 pages of cards, 250 cards, close to it. And I did it 15 minutes, you know, done. I don't mind doing that. Throw them out there. Anyway, I'm going to play today the game that comes in the box of Star Power Baseball. I got the score sheets right here in front of me. And I got to get my glasses because I'm not that good anymore of reading the fine print. Excuse my movement around there. But I put these teams on paper and printed out the score of how much each one costs. Because, you know, here's a score sheet you get, by the way, score sheets in the box game. In Star Power Baseball, it's a points-based game. You get so many points for your team. Okay. Well, the National League, there's 18 players on each team. The National League's 112 points. For 18 players, that's a lot of points. Because I played a game just a few days ago where I did 65 points for 19 players. And here's 112 points for the National League, who have Hafey, O'Doul, Berger, Klein, and Wainer in the outfield. Outfield points comes up to 43 points. Third base, Pepper Martin, Pie Trainer, Bartell and English at short. Frisch and Cuccinello at second, Bill Terry at first. Their infield points is 24. Okay? 7 infielders, 24 points. Their outfield points, already told you. Their catchers are Jimmy Wilson and Gabby Hartnett, and they come out to 15 points. Wilson's the starter. Hartnett will come in later. And then their pitchers, they have 4 pitchers, Hallahan, Schumacher, Warnicki, and Hubble, and the pitching points comes out to 30 for a total of 112. Their starting lineup is 42 points on their starters. Let me read off their starting lineup to you. Okay, Pepper Martin is at third base, Frisch at second, Chuck Klein in right, Hafey is in left hitting cleanup, Terry first base at fifth, Wally Berger in center, Bartell hits seventh at short, Jimmy Wilson catches, hits eighth, and Bill Hallahan is going to be their pitcher. So really, really good team. That was the very first National League All-Star team. Pepper Martin was the batter, or the very first batter in the 1933 All-Star game against Lefty Gomez, I believe was the pitcher. And I'll read the Americans off here. Let me talk about their team. Now the Americans, on the other hand, they're a little different, okay? They have a total of 181 points for 18 players. So it's 181 to 112 in the points value. Outfield points for the Americans is 59. Simmons, Averill, Chapman, Weston, Ruth. Ruth being the big blast right there at 25. Infield, you got Dykes, Cronin, Gehringer, Lazari, Garrigan, Fox. Their infield points is 73. And you can only play one. You can only play Gehringer or Fox. You can't play them both at the same time. Let's put Fox over at third. That might be a bad idea, man, provided you got good pitching to keep the national hitters from hitting the ball over there. Dickey and Farrell catching for a total of 17 points. And they have 5 pitchers with Gomez, Grove, Hildebrand, Farrell, and Crowder. And their pitching comes to 32 points. Remember, the national starting lineup was 42. The American starting lineup is 97. So on paper, this is kind of a mismatch. The American All-Stars, Chapman in left, Gehringer at second, Ruth and right, Gehrig at first, Simmons in center, Dykes at third, Cronin at short, Farrell at catch, and Gomez pitching. So there's our lineups. I'm getting ready to play the game. On score-wise, it's a complete mismatch for the American League score-wise. Let's see how it plays out in Star Power Baseball. I mean, we don't play the games in this. We play the games on the board to see how they come out. Again, thanks for coming to the Cincinnati Razorback Room. Let's get down to action. All right, guys, here we go. Star Power Baseball. We've got the pips lined up. Gomez has 10 pips. Bill Hallahan has 6. Gomez with 3 respins. Hallahan has 0. I'll be keeping score on the side so we can review the game. I'm going to lead off with the National League, and here comes the first spin of the game. Like I said, you get this in your boxed game when you buy it. This is the 33 All-Star game. My score sheet's right here. I don't even have to, it's already printed up, ready to go. I just got to get a pencil. I don't include a pencil. You got to get your own pencil. Okay, here comes Pepper Martin. He's batting. Gomez is up. I announced the batter. Martin's is a 143. Infield's going to play normal depth. They're not going to bunt yet. Gomez pitches the first pitch of the game, and he gets a B. That means spin the batter. Pepper Martin's going to spin. His result is final. He's got a 13 single. Gomez has the opportunity to make him respin. He says, no, I won't. So he'll lose a pip. Martin leads off the All-Star game with a base hit. I'm a 43, as you can see here. Martin is a 43 runner. Do I need to go this way with it? There you go, 43 runner. So I'm going to put him on first base represented by a 4 and a 3. So there's Martin on first base. The catcher for the Americans is Farrell, and he is a 45. So Martin's going to take a lead. Gehrig's going to hold him on. Frisch is up, and the National League, what they're going to do right off the bat is they're going to hit and run. They're going to hit and run. So I spin the hit and run card. The hit and run says P. That means spin the pitcher. The pitcher spins. Boom. Gomez spins and spins a B. Spin the batter. Here's Frank Frisch. Frisch spins a 4. Frank has no respins. 4 is a fly ball anywhere. We don't mind. He'll retreat, go back to the base. That's 1 down. So we have Martin with a single and Frisch with a fly ball out. 1 down. Here comes Chuck Klein. They're not going to hit and run this time. They're going to let Klein swing the bat. Then H- to Chuck Klein. Klein spins and gets a 13-3. Either one of those is a hit. And so Gomez pitch H- makes Chuck Klein respin that. He respins and spins a double. Chuck Klein gets a double. Pepper Martin is a 4 runner. So the outfield, the third base coach is waving him home. Go, 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 wild horse of the Osage, go, 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 go. The outfield decides to throw the ball to the lead base of third, holding Klein at second. Martin scores on a double by Klein. And it is 1-0. Klein holds up at second base. Klein is a 2-3. So there's a 3, and there's a 2, and there is 1 out and a runner on. That's the second runner he's allowed, so he's down to 8 pips. Tallies, whatever you want to call them. I call them pips. It's easier for me because the dice has pips. Okay, that brings up the cleanup hitter, Chick Hafey, the left fielder. No special plays going on. We're going to spin. He spins a B. I looked at that closely. Chick Hafey spins. B means spin the batter. He spins a pop-up in the infield. That is the second out. And now, 2 outs. Here comes the ever-dangerous last 400 hitter in the National League, Bill Terry. The pitch from Gomez is a home run minus. So if Terry hits a home run, he has to respin. Terry spins a single. Gomez is going to make him respin that to keep from driving in the run. Terry has to respin, and he spins a middle ground ball. The 2 infielders for the American League are Joe Cronin, a 53, and Charlie Gehringer, a 53. So there's no danger of the ball getting through the middle. That is the third out. However, 1 run does score as Pepper Martin scores from first on the double, and the score after a half inning, the Nationals 1, Americans 0. Here comes the National pitcher out to the mound, Bill Hallahan, and up comes the American League, Ben Chapman, coming up. Well, we're back. We had a little technical glitch there. Battery ran out of juice. So instead of boring you guys with all the play-by-play and doing this and doing that and showing you the games and all that, I just hit on the highlights. As we left, I believe the Nationals were up 3-zip. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The game went on. It was a fantastic game to play. For the Nationals, they had 5 runs total in the game. Had a home run from Chick Hafey after a respin, by the way. It was quite cool. It was a 2-run shot with Pepper Martin on base. So that was kind of cool. That was given up by lefty Grove. Grove came in, gave up 2 earned runs, and those were the 2 earned runs that he gave up. He came in the third, pitched the rest of the game. Then in the American League, it went a little bit different. They tied the game up in the third inning with a 3-run rally. They had a single, a couple of walks, a double by Al Simmons after a respin, scored some runs, had 3 runs. Then they went into the 5th inning, and that's where it happened, and it fell apart for Carl Hubble right there. In the 5th, with 2 outs, Ruth singles. Gehrig homers after a respin. Bam, home run for Gehrig. Al Simmons comes up, makes the pitcher respin because Hubble spins an out. Hubble spins a B, Simmons parks one, 3-run inning, and they never looked back from there. Final score was 9-5. Grove the winner, Hubble the loser. And there you go. You saw it come down. What did we say? It was, I got to get the paper here, 181 points versus 112 to 181, 9-5. That's what it should have been. That's what it was. This time, who knows what it would be. I mean, I've played this game now 3 times, this All-Star game. American 2, National 1. First one, the Americans won 15-5. It was a blowout. Second one, the Nationals won 10-2. It was a good game. This game, 9-5 Americans. What you're going to find out in this particular one is there's not any really overpowering pitching. Lefty Grove is good with respins, and if he's facing a mediocre team to an average team, he's really, really on top of his game. But when Lefty faces those big nasties, that they have respins, Lefty doesn't have the K to override that, and so it's kind of tough for him to go on. Anyway, that's it from the Cincinnati Razorback Room in Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Can't wait till the next time that I get to see you. I'll have a better battery on the next one. And those of you that want to get one of those games, get in touch with me at warhammerworld@hotmail.com, or you can call me at 479-263-3036. It's been a good time. Have some fun playing the game. You got to see what a game of Star Power Baseball looks like. Hey, until next time, keep spinning.
Swing and a high fly ball belted. First home run for Acuna as a tape measure shot in Cincinnati.